Page 26, the new bike. This piece is a good one to learn and use as more or less a warm-up piece. If you get it learned and get it memorized, you just keep playing it for a long time because it's got some real neat stuff in it that helps to work the fingers. Kind of a warm-up. So I encourage you to get this one and just keep playing it. You don't have to play it fast, but keep playing it. Common time or 4/4 time, no sharps or flats. We're in the key of C major. Make sure you can do the C major scale. Wouldn't hurt you to go ahead and do the A minor scale too, because it also has no sharps or flats, but make sure you can do the C major scale. I explain in the scale video to do the 1 octave up and down. Just do everything I explain in there. One hand at a time. We got 16th notes. 1 eanda, 2 eanda at the beginning. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 eando. 1 eando. Because the first 16th note's on beat 1, and the first 8th note up there is on beat 2. 1, 2. 1 eanda, 2. Go down to the third line. After the second line, you're here, and you're gonna lift up and move. That's fine. You're up 1 key. 1 eanda, 1, and then 1 eanda, and so forth. Last line. Last 2 measures. You're here. 1 eanda. 1 eanda, 2 eanda. You scrunch up, and then come all the way just down here. And then F sharp, G sharp. So those last 2 measures: 1 eanda, 2 eanda, 3 eanda, 4 eanda, 1 eanda. That's the rhythm. The left hand. Well, you got chords. It's in treble clef. It's here. There's 4/1 now. I like this fingering. This is very good because now we can do a 2 on here, a 4/2. That's easier than this, because if you did this, then you'd be doing this. And what you don't want to do is this. No, that's a beginner's fingering. We got to get beyond that. So use the 4/1 and the 4/2. The accidental, it applies from the rest of the measure, or for the rest of the measure. So the last measure, the first line, then you come out 5/1, but B and an F, and third line down, it's an A, a C, and an E, and then the middle note just goes up 1 to here, and then this gets 1 eanda, 1 E. Again, and then the half notes, and then 1 eanda, 2 E, scrunch up, and then come all the way down here. It's the same notes the right hand's playing. You're an octave lower. Put the hands together, so we're here. Now when I first put the hands together, I'm not too concerned about rhythm or hesitating. I can hesitate all I need to. I just want the hands to work together. So this is together, and then this is together, and then here, and then 8th notes, and then 16th notes. So 1 eanda, and you do it again. Third line down, you're ending the second line here. Then you can reach down here, and this is here. So last line. 1 eanda, 2 eanda, 1 eanda, 2 eanda, 3 eanda. Like so. Once you can do that, then get rid of the hesitation so it's a steady beat. It can be slow, but it needs to be steady. Then we can add in these accents and staccatos. Just play it a little louder. You're moderately soft here, it's going to be a little louder than that. And you got staccatos in the left hand, the wrist, short. So it's, and the second measure, accent, accent. Third measure, accent, accent. So put in the accents in the right hand. So again, you do it again in the second line. Now in the third line, you're just basically connecting everything as best you can. Last line, same thing. Last two measures, you got that. Lift up, lift up. There. Then add the dynamics. This is to the hand that does not have the chords, I should say. So in the first line, first two lines, it's the right hand. Moderately soft, whatever you think that is. The accent's going to make it moderately loud, but you're still, the left hand's got to be soft. You get crescendo up to moderately loud, and that makes that accented note there in the last measure a loud note, just one. And then come back down. So the first line is. And then you do it again. Now, third line, you're moderately loud, and whichever hand does not have the chords, so it's going to go back and forth. It starts with the right hand, the chords are soft. Now the left hand gets it. They put in a crescendo there. I don't know that you need a crescendo there. I mean, you're going to do it, the music will do it for you. Come back down to moderately loud, moderately soft, somewhere in the middle there. And then the last line is probably moderately loud again, and this would be the right hand. And now you're going to go up to loud, but I suggest you come down to moderately soft and go up. So if this is moderately soft, now you can go up to moderately loud. And if you want, go up to loud. So each of those just get a little louder. You have to feel it. There's no absolute here. It's just, this is sort of what I feel, this is what I do. Now that DC all fine, remember DC means go back to the beginning. And the fine is at the end of the second line. And again, I disagree with the way they printed it. I think there should be a thin and thick bar line at the end of the second line, not two thin bar lines, because that's the end of this piece. And a thin, thick bar line is the end of a piece symbol. It doesn't have to be at the bottom. It has to be where the piece ends, and that's where it ends, so that's what I think it should be. However, it doesn't affect how we play it, so let's just go on. Speed, well, Allegro moderato is kind of a moderate fast. You're moderate fast, and that's the eighth notes. What can you do with the eighth notes? How fast can you play those? They have to be accurate. Look at the last two measures. What are those? There at the bottom. How fast can you play those accurately? That's how fast you can go. That's my moderately fast. You take it, you're moderately fast. Don't copy me, please. And I'd like to play it with you very, very slowly so we double check the notes and the rhythms. Not going to do any dynamics. I'll try and do the accents. I don't know about the accents, but we'll see. I'll do the staccatos, that's good, and we'll do the DC al fine too. So I'll give us 4 counts. Let's just play it together very slowly. You can do it one hand at a time if you need to for a while, that's fine. I'll put the metronome on quarter notes. So that makes the quarter notes and the half notes really, really slow because of the 16th notes. We got to play those. So a way to do this, because you're going to go so slow, it's like here, 1, 2, 3. I mean, that is really dragging, but we got to dragging because in the 16th notes are that 1, 8. I mean, they're still moving. So one of the things we do when we have long held out or slow parts, so we don't speed up, is we divide the beat. So instead of thinking 1, 2, 3, 4, say 1. Think eighth notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and that way you have a better chance of keeping it slow and not speeding up. So that's a suggestion. It's a way we do a lot of music with it. Really, really, really slow. We simply subdivide the beat as we count it, and that helps us keep it slow. 1, 2, ready and go, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and